I'm Lori Bachman, and I am a cowboy's daughter. I was raised in the heartland of Nebraska. My dad, my grandpa, and my great-grandpa all were in the cattle business. And I knew this because of what was served on our dinner table every night. We never had to ask, where's the beef? Hamburger steak and sometimes mystery meatloaf. From as early as I can remember, Dad would take my brother and I out into the open road, or should I say the open pasture, and we would jostle along, and we would be looking at the critters, as he called them, the cattle, and we would get right up next to the cattle until we were eyeball to eyeball with them, and he would quiz us and say, which one's an Angus, which one's a Hereford, which one's a Charolais, why won't that one make it to market? Is that steer going to be able to bring us some profit? So he did this to teach my brother and I, hopefully maybe we'd go into the cattle business. Well, I ended up in aerospace finance, so that didn't quite work out, Dad. But my grandpa and my dad brought many young men along with them. And when I say with them, that's the word I want everyone to take away. They went out to the pastures, to the auction markets, down to the ranches, out into the business deals, and they always had attached at their hip somebody who was learning, somebody who wanted to be a successful cattleman. My dad and my grandpa set for me a model of mentorship that I want to share with you today. And it's different than the one we practice a lot of times in the corporate world. It's back to what I said. When you want to truly mentor somebody, take them with you. It's 4 steps. The first step, I do it. And that just means I have perfected my craft to a degree that I'm able to share it with someone else. I know the hows and whys of why I do the job. The second step is I do it and you watch me do it. And that just gives you a chance to observe as I'm doing my thing, ask questions as we go along, and I'm able to explain the hows and the whys. The third step is you do it and I watch. At this point, I kind of hand over the baton to you. I empower you to have the authority and the responsibility to go ahead and speak out and do whatever the task is, and then we kind of step away for a minute, do some coaching and some consulting and some correction if needs be. And then the last one, does anyone know what the last one is? You do it. By that time, I've taken the baton, I've handed it off, and I've said, you're empowered, and you can go your way. And I, as the mentor, now am free, that now that my mentee has sprung wings, to go ahead and go mentor somebody else. That this mentoring model, it doesn't just work in the corporation. It's in your families too, and in your personal mentoring relationships. How many times have we said to one of our kids, here, honey, this is the way you hold the bat. Do it this way. Or how many times have we said, here, honey, you help me fix dinner tonight, and then you can fix it, next week. And we're always passing on by that 4 apprenticeship kind of model, even in our families. So remember to take the opportunity to do that with the people that are immediately around you. I wonder how I could teach this principle in an even more concrete way than just explaining it to you. I wonder if there's a way. Oh, there's one of my mentees right here. This is Gabby Gush. Gabby has asked me to mentor her a little bit in public speaking, so this might be a perfect opportunity to do that. Would you be willing to let me teach you some steps?
Absolutely. I don't want to brag, but I did win 5th place in a speech contest in 3rd grade, so let's go.
So then we know you've got the raw stuff for what it takes.
I'm ready.
Before I can even teach you, Gabby, I have to have some proficiency in this myself. That's step 1.
I did catch most of your speech, and you're really pretty good.
Really? Not half bad, huh? Okay, maybe now we've gotten to the point, Gabby, where we can go to step 3. You do it, and I watch. Do you think you're ready for that?
I'm ready. I came prepared. You should have a mentor. Mentors are good. I've had some great mentors. They teach you stuff, and you get really rich.
So some feedback. You were engaging, and that was good. You might be a little bit more concrete in your examples, Gabby, but that's what the audience is looking for some content. Go ahead, try again.
Okay. Mentoring is very important. it's good to have mentors. And one of my favorite mentors was a boss that I had that used to take me to meetings with her, and I got to watch her in action. And that was one of the most valuable things I've ever learned.
Great, Gabby. I think you're getting it. I'm ready to go to step 4 and turn it over to you. Go ahead. Take it away. The audience is yours.
Okay, I have a little something I've been working on. Okay. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed with certain unalienable rights, that some of these include life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. How did I do?
Let's hear it for Gabby. Thank you, Gabby. And by the way, I think that speech will really catch on. I wish you the best in your mentoring, whether you're in the office, in your family, or even if you make it to the dusty roads of Nebraska. I wish you the best and do the steps with purpose. Thank you for your time.
Lori's presentation on mentoring was both educational and entertaining, and I know that I'll be able to use those 4 steps in my current mentoring relationships as well as those that I have in the future.
I got some really good insight into how to better mentor from Lori's presentation. I'm looking forward to trying those steps with the person I'm mentoring now. I think it'll be really fun to try. And the skit she wrote was just hilarious, and it really drove home the point.